He looks like he owns credit. Oh my gosh. Man like Arthur from Batman.
Namaste, dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola. Outside, you can hear an ambulance. The reason you can hear an ambulance is because we're very much live here at James Alexander, as we are every day. No tweaking, no flashy bits, just me live every day telling you what's going on with the property market. How are you? I hope you're well. We're James Alexander Estate Agents. We're based in Norbury, Southwest 16, which is between Streatham and Croydon. Great commuter area, Zone 3, full of lots of nice people and property. Good value if you're a first-time buyer or indeed an investor. So I hope you're doing well. What's going on with the property market? That's what everybody's asking. What's the market like? Is it good, bad? Is it indifferent? What we're experiencing at the moment is a really strange kind of standoff between buyers and sellers. If you look at the indicators, they're really mixed. You know, you look at the nationwide, I think says that property price has gone down over the year by 1%. And that's the first time that's happened for many years. But 1% in the scheme of things is actually very small. And yes, we have experienced certainly prices go down in the last few months. But now what we're finding is that they kind of stabilized, and it seems to be that way. And what's happening is really weirdly, the asking prices on the websites for new instructions, new properties coming to market, are showing higher asking prices than a year ago. And yet we're getting less than we were a year ago. How can that be, you ask? Well, here's why. Agents go around to properties in order to value them. In a market like today, the amount of new instructions, that's new properties coming to market, is very limited. Why is it very limited? Well, because people are just nervous for obvious reasons, interest rates and just generally the outlook. So what do people do when they're not sure? What do us Brits do when we're not sure? One thing and one only: we sit on our hands. This tends to be the way. And what this has led to is a bit of an impasse between, yes, you know, buyers are saying properties should be cheap because the market's fallen on one hand. On the other hand, people that are coming to the market to sell are finding that there aren't that many properties around. From the agent's perspective, they're then valuing this property. Great, I've got somewhere to value, somewhere that I can take on the market. How do I get it on the market? And the strategy of a lot of estate agents, as many of you will know, is to overvalue. That means value the property at higher than they know they'll achieve so that they get the client signed up. And it's no mistake, by the way, that the same agents that do this sign up those clients for many, many weeks, 20 plus indeed. And in that case, of course, why would you need 20 weeks if you priced the property accurately? Well, you wouldn't. The only reason you need 20 weeks is because you're deliberately overpricing the property, knowing that that will have to come down. And then what happens is this: the buyers come along. The only things that are out there are overpriced, apart from one or two that are accurately priced. The accurately priced ones get snapped up. And then there's this impasse between the buyer and seller. Well, what happens next? Well, the sellers, of course, have to readjust their price in order to try and get some traction. But when they've done that, the buyers see that, and the property is no longer as attractive anymore. Why? Because, well, if nobody else wants it, why would I? It's been around a bit. It's that one that's been around. It's no longer that hot, exciting new instruction that everybody wants. And that's always a mistake in terms of the sellers. But the flip side of this is that because there's not much else around, the purchasers are quite often having to upwards revise the level of their expectation of what they're going to have to pay. Similarly, with the vendors having to downwards revise what they were expecting to achieve. And of course, it comes to a meet in the middle. But the sellers are not having to come down as much as many had feared. And the reason for this is the lack of supply is underpinning those prices. And that's certainly what's happening in Norbury today. As far as the general market is concerned on rentals, just no stock, so little stock, because a lot of landlords, as you may have heard, have sold up or are selling up. So there's a real limited availability of new stock coming to the market. And so the rental prices are still absolutely crazy, absolutely nuts out there. Apart from that, beautiful weather. Have you heard about the weekend? We've got the hottest weekend on record allegedly coming, and thunderstorms. Who do you believe? Get the shorts on, get the brolly out. I'd say get both. Anyway, hope you have a fantastic weekend. We love a Friday because it's the day of the week when we get people out for the weekend, because we know Saturday is our big day. That's when we get all the viewings. Come Monday, all the offers come through, and that's where we can get the really exciting bit, the negotiations done, get the very best price for our clients. So if you're considering selling and you want advice, and believe me, in a tough market like today, you need proper advice, and do give us a shout. Later on today, I'll be releasing our next edition of our podcast. Do check the back episodes as well. We've got many, many back episodes as well, with many interviews, various subjects. So do check it out. I'll publish that later on today. So have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching as always. We're back same time, same place on Monday. Until then, enjoy the sunshine, ciao, and the rain.